Hi there, BFB Predictor here. So on the screen I have a channel called Betpawa BTTS Prediction 9. In the previous video I spoke about these channels. It's a channel that sends both teams to score predictions for Betpawa. Alright. So the purpose and aim of this channel is to give accurate predictions that you can use to make profits betting. Alright, so my predictors perform the analysis and then it gives the prediction. So basically, what I want to talk to you about today is, today I went ahead and added a field here called this field over here. It's written actu_history, but it means actual history. Alright, and then you can see here there's a W meaning win or won, and L means lost. Alright, and then there is another field here called peak history. The same values, L means lost, W means won. So what does this mean? So in these predictions, so I added this today because, let me explain. So these fields, when you look at these fields, you'll see there is a previous score. The previous score is a score of the previous prediction. Okay, so this team WOL versus WHU, after they played, this was their score 1-3. Right, we have the season, we have the match day, we have the league. This name is here to just put it here for identification. Name BTTS, both teams to score English League, the 9th match. As you know, in Betpawa we have 10 matches playing on English League. Alright, this is the 9th match. So okay, then we have the teams WOL and FUL. Then here we have BTTS and its prediction. Alright, it's saying BTTS yes. Alright, then there is the odd for yes is 1.6 odds. Then here we have peak with the value of W. What does this peak mean? Basically, let me explain now. So in VFP Predictor, in the mobile app, we have predictors. Under Betpawa we have different predictors there. So in the Pro Predictor, the predictor gives predictions. Alright, so those predictions, for example, the predictor can give a prediction of BTTS yes. Now that predictor, as time goes by, it learns. Alright, it starts off being not so accurate, but as time goes by it learns and improves. Now when I added this peak value, it was, I guess, a few months ago, I don't remember, but a few months ago, that time that predictor was not as accurate as it is right now. Alright, so I went ahead and I was thinking, yeah, so because the predictor is not so accurate, it is getting some losing streaks, right? So how can I avoid these losing streaks? So I thought of a strategy of taking the predictions from the predictor and then running those predictions on a algorithm or a strategy, taking the predictions, running the predictions also on a strategy that decides whether to follow that prediction or to go against that prediction. As you know, when we are betting BTTS, both teams to score, we only have two choices: BTTS yes or BTTS no. Alright, so we have the predictions. The predictions are run through what can I call it? The predictions are run through what can I call it? They run through a system, another system that decides whether to follow that prediction or to bet opposite of that prediction. So this way I thought that maybe I could avoid those losing streaks. Alright, because at that time you could find that there were wins, and then they could reach a point where we had like 6 losses following each other. 6 losses is a lot. So I was thinking, how can I minimize these 6 losses following each other? So I came up with that strategy of taking the predictions given by the predictor, running it through a system that now decides, should I follow that prediction or bet the opposite? So that system, I call it peak. So when peak is W, it is saying follow the prediction, follow the predictor. When peak is L, I can scroll down and you will see here peak is L. L means it is going against the prediction. Alright, so for example here where peak is L and here it's saying BTTS no, so this BTTS no is already is the prediction given from the peak system. Yeah, so the real it means that the real prediction is BTTS yes, but when I run that prediction to the peak system, the peak has decided on this bet it should bet the opposite of the prediction. So it had decided to go with no because the prediction was saying BTTS yes. Alright, so if I skip these ones, confidence, okay, let me first skip this one. When I skip the confidence, the effective confidence, and the P flip percentage, let us just first skip the one so that we have the actual history and the peak history. So today I added this actual history, but what I had was this peak history. It was calling itself history, but I added this name peak to distinguish between the peak history and the actual history. So here with the peak history, this history is the history of the outcomes given by the peak. Alright, the outcome given from the prediction of the peak system. Okay, so for example here above here, to recap, when peak is W, it means that peak is following the actual prediction. When peak is L, it means that peak is going against the actual prediction. Okay, so this is the history. This is the history outcome. When we follow the peak, when we follow this BTTS, when we follow it, it had a loss, then a loss, then a loss, then a win, then a loss, then a loss, then a win. Alright, and the 3 previous matches have been a win. Okay, but today I realized that this peak history is kind of losing. Yeah? So I decided, let me check how the actual predictions are doing right now, because as I have told you, I added this peak some months ago because the actual history was still learning, and I decided to add this history here to check the history of the actual predictions without running them in like the actual prediction from the predictor. Okay, so after running it, I am checking its history, and I can see that the actual history is actually performing better than the peak history. As you can see, we have very many wins in the actual history and few losses. Okay, so basically let me recap again what I've said. This actual history is the history of the predictions that are given directly from the predictor. Okay, given directly from the predictor. Actually, whether this predictor is the 1H2O Pro predictor in the Android app. Okay, the predictor gives predictions of different markets. Here I decided to focus on the BTTS. Alright, so this is the actual history if I follow the prediction without passing it through the peak system. Okay, so right now, after looking at this, actually I can scroll down. After looking at these outcomes and comparing the actual history and the peak history, I'm wondering, like, should I get rid of the peak history and leave the actual history right now? Because as I told you, the predictor learns, it's learning. Yeah, so guys, I want to show you that actually I do really work on these Betpawa predictions. Yeah, so when I speak of it, yeah, like I really am doing some work on it. Yeah, and let us do a test here. Let me show you. So I told you peak W means that, so this BTTS, it's saying yes, the yes has come out of the peak system, and here the peak system is telling us that it has actually followed the actual prediction. So BTTS yes, and this match actually got 2-3, which is BTTS yes, and you can see the actual history was actually a win, and the peak history, because the peak history was following the actual prediction, it's also a win. All right, let me check one that, okay, now this one peak, it's saying L, meaning the peak now here it's doing reverse of the actual prediction. So we know the actual prediction is yes. Okay, BTTS yes. So when we look at the outcome of that match, it was 2-2. So meaning that the actual prediction won. So if you look at the history here, you will see that actually the actual prediction won, but the peak prediction lost. Okay, you can do that, you can scroll and do that. Basically I'm showing you that this is the actual predictions being sent, and as you can see, let me scroll to the bottom. Right now actually it's 11:47. This is the current match that has been sent. WHO in Tottenham. So here we can see that the BTTS is saying no, but we see that the peak is L. So basically BTTS is going against the actual prediction. So we know that the actual prediction is saying BTTS yes. All right. So although we can see that the actual prediction had lost 3 times here, which is okay. So basically these predictions are sent after every 5 minutes, because as you can see, about 5 minutes. So when this match plays, another prediction will be calculated and it will be sent in this channel. So guys, right now what I'm wondering is how to go about this. Like, should I just remove this peak history, or just leave the actual history, or find a way to combine these two to actually even reduce these losses even further? Yeah, because if you compare this outcome here, it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 9. It has 9 losses there, and if we compare it with this one has 3 losses. So I'm thinking about how I can put the two together. Yeah, so guys, this channel is still available. If you need access, just message me. And remember guys, I have like 10 different channels, each sending a single match on each match day. So let me show you. As you can see, we have different channels. We can go with this one 0. So okay, here as you can see, this was when I had not added those two history, right? I had not added those two history. But let me scroll to the bottom. This was like yesterday or today in the morning. So this is it. This is the actual history, and this is the peak history. As you can see, the actual history had many consecutive wins there and some losses here, and then the peak history had quite a few losses here. So let's see how it goes. But basically you get to see all the matches. Let's look at this one. Scroll to the bottom. You can see that this is actually performing quite well. You know what, like BTTS market usually has good odds here. Like as you can see, this one usually has some good odds. Open up this one for 3. Let's check it out. Scroll to the bottom. See, this actual history has some good wins there. Look at this other one. Scroll to the bottom. Look at it. And these are the actual matches being played. Actually, these are the actual matches being played. Like right now, we are waiting for this. Actually, this match is the one that is being played. Yeah. Let me wait, because a new match is about to get. I know you cannot see the time here, but I'm seeing the time is 5. It's 23:51. So here comes a match right now. There you go. It's a new match, and this one actually, when you're following the actual prediction, it won, right? So guys, I'm doing the work for you here. It's upon you to support me. So there you have it guys. See you in the next one.